Hello, Jessica Dudley here. I'm so excited to hop on live today. I don't know if you caught my story yesterday. I share a little bit about my journey with codependency and picking up that surrender chip and how picking up that blue chip changed everything for me. Like, this was only almost 3 years ago that I picked up that chip, and I've been on this healing journey for at least almost 16 years ago when I gave my life to Jesus. I can't believe it's been 16 years even. I look back at where I was 16 years ago, and my life has completely transformed, completely. And it's very interesting when you look back at your journey with Christ and see like how he was always there, how he's always calling you forward. And then when I think back when I started healing my body from the inside out, that's when I was able to get clear, mentally clear. That's when God really birthed a purpose and into my life other than just focusing on codependency. And I didn't realize that at the time, but that's when so many things changed for me. When I had that moment where I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired, stress, depression, anxiety, all those things that I was walking through and didn't even realize it because I was really putting on a good act back then. Like, that was wearing me down. And so I don't know where you're at today, but if your thoughts are dragging you down, then I want to speak to you today. Because when I look back over just really when my life really started to change, it was my thoughts. My thoughts were the prison that I was keeping myself in. And thoughts will do that to you. I don't know if you like to renew your mind as much as I do, but every day I have to wake up and renew my mind, and I have to remember who I am and who I'm called to be and what it is I'm called to do this day even. And so when I was able to renew my mind, that's when God changed everything for me. And it was around probably, it was 2 years ago actually. And I remember the Holy Spirit speaking to me so boldly. And I just heard in my spirit, Jessica, I have your heart, but I need your mind. I have your heart, but I need your mind. And whenever when I heard that, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean, God? What do you mean? Like, you have my mind. And what he was meaning was, you need to renew your mind. You're not that same person that you were 10 years ago, or even as a child. This is when my healing journey really started, was when I started to renew my mind and I started to believe something different about myself. You know, after I picked up that surrender chip and I released anger, I released bitterness, I released control, I released doubting, I released control was such a huge part of my surrender, but I was trying to control everything. And once I was able to surrender that, I started thinking about the things that I actually have control over. And it wasn't anybody else. It's not like what God's going to do, but it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to do what I say I'm going to do? That's one thing I can control. Definitely, right? So that's why I love the serenity prayer, because we have to know, like, we can only do the things that we can do. We can't do anything for anyone else that they don't want to do. So when the Lord spoke to me and was like, Jessica, I have your heart, I need your mind, I actually got this book by Dr. Caroline Leaf, and it was like, Switch on Your Brain. Hey, Laura. It was called Switch on Your Brain. And I read this book. I actually got like all of her books. I read this book and it's so good. I probably should go back and read it again. And I started learning about how the mind worked. And I started learning about neural pathways and how we can actually change neural pathways. I started looking up limited beliefs. I had so many limiting beliefs as a Christian that it was the reason why I was begging God to answer my prayers. And I just really thought that's what you did when you were praying. You like were begging God to answer your prayers because they were just so like my needs were so desperate back then when my brother was in prison and my family was turned upside down and I had complete chaos in my life. And the way that I prayed before, I prayed in a desperate way because I didn't know if God was going to hear me. I didn't know if he was going to answer my prayers. I knew that he would do that for someone else, but I didn't really believe that he would do that for me. And so just renewing that in itself was such a game changer for my life. And when I think about every decision that I made before, I made it out of, was this person going to be okay with that decision? Was this person going to agree with what I was doing? I was the biggest people pleaser ever. That is another side effect of codependency, being a people pleaser. Asking for help. It was hard for me to ask for help because I wanted to be the strong one. I didn't ever want anybody to think that I needed their help. And even now, like, I have to really be thoughtful of that. And I have to ask for help when I need help. Hiring a coach, I did that because I knew I needed help. I knew that I could not get to that next level without having a coach. I needed someone that had already gone to where I was going to show me the way. Hey, Holly. Hey, girl. So I'm talking about renewing your mind today and talking about how that changed everything for me. And when the Lord said, or the Holy Spirit said, I have your heart, but I need your mind. That is the real work. That is the real work that we have to do as Christians. And so going back to renewing my mind, and I had to really think, what is it that I want to believe about myself? Even today, being a mom of 3 boys and a wife and a coach, a network marketer, a worship leader, very involved in my church. Like, I can remember even walking around church, like at my church, and feeling no one liked me there. That's when I was carrying the spirit of rejection. I would walk into my church and be like, no one wants me here. I should not be here. Like, if I wasn't serving, I felt like I didn't need to be there. And so that even in itself, like if you're not doing something for someone, how does that make you feel when you're not doing anything for someone? I was so wrapped up around what I could do at church, where I could serve, how many places I could serve, right? Even this Easter, I thought, I'm not on to serve. What's going to happen? Like, I'm not on, right? I'm not on. And I thought, well, do I want to be on? Do I want to serve on Sunday? Like, I serve a lot. I served on Christmas. Like, I don't actually, hey, Amanda, I don't have to serve on Easter. And someone actually messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to be in the choir on Easter? I did not say yes right away because I was like, well, let me see what we're doing. Let me see if I can fit it in. And I waited a week and I was like, hey, I can do Sunday, but I can't make a practice because my boys have ball. So it was like, I said yes, but I made sure that it was like something that I could do and that I didn't feel overwhelmed. Oh, I miss you, sister. Oh, you should call me sometime. So just like thinking about those types of things when you are recovering from codependency, or you're recovering from a old thought belief that you actually had before you met Jesus. Like, we can't walk around the way we were before we met Jesus. We have to have a renewed mindset. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, is having that renewed mindset. And how do you actually do it? How do you have that new mindset? And it's really thinking about the limiting belief that you've been carrying around. It's a thought loop that you carry around. And I want to go back to when I go to church and I think if I'm not serving, I don't need to be there. And that was something that was really lonely. That was a lonely thought. And even Corey, he doesn't go with me every Sunday. And if he wasn't with me on Sundays, I would feel like everybody's looking at me. My husband's not here. that's a wife has her husband at church, which is not true. It's not true at all. But that limiting belief really kept me bound. It kept me just really angry. It kept me not wanting to do the things that I knew God was calling me to do. And the way I was able to just really renew my thought around that was like, I don't actually have to walk into church with anyone. I don't have to do anything. I walk in with God. He walks in with me, and I get to come and I get to worship and I get to like renew my mind, and I can go home and do the things that I need to do. I don't have to be mad at anyone. I don't have to try to change anyone. I don't have to do any of those things. I just get to be me. I get to be a child of God. I get to like do these things that God's called me to do, whether if anyone goes to church with me or not, if anyone wants to say hi to me or not, it doesn't mean anything about me. I know that when I go to church, I always look for people to say hi to. I'm always really, if you need prayer, I would love to pray with you. Like, I'm always open to see what God wants me to do there. But if it's just to sit there and just like focus on my own self at that moment, then that's definitely okay. Hey, Ken, I haven't seen you in a while. So anyways, I don't know if that speaks to you or not, but think about the thought loop that's keeping you here at this level where God's called you to do something else. Maybe you want to you have like a new dream to start a business. I had a dream to start a new business, and a coaching business that God gave me. I didn't know I was going to have to do all these things to actually help women heal and rise into their purpose, whatever that looks like, their ministry, their mission, their God idea, their vision, right? Last night, one of my clients sent me a picture of herself holding $100 bill. And she was like, I just made my first $100. And I was just like, oh my gosh, because if you knew the thought process of her actually getting paid to do what she loves to do, that we just created this business out of her strengths and her gifts and the things that she was already doing. She created this little side hustle, man, and she made $100. And I was just like, hallelujah. So that in itself, like the way she had to renew her mind. And in the beginning, she was like, well, I would charge like $30. She charged $50 an hour. She worked 2 hours, made $100. And I was like, girl, and she's really she's an expert at this, and she really should have been paid $65 an hour, but that's whatever. She made $100. It's like, do not downplay this $100. This is a small beginning that the Lord loves to like rejoice in, and I'm rejoicing about it. So anyways, I was like, you have to write a testimony. You have to write a testimony, and I want to share it. So just thinking about how she renewed her mind. We've been working one-on-one since like February. We created this whole business for her, the whole marketing plan. It's not anything that's very hard, but she had to come into this new identity of, I actually have my own business. I actually have something that I created that has value. What if you could create something that has value and that you could share it, something that you are passionate about, and you make money doing it, and you are blessed doing the thing that you love to do, and you're not working for someone else? How amazing is that? That takes a lot of renewing your mind to step into that. Okay. Let's see where I'm going. I have some little notes here. So when I think about where I am now, even just renewing my mind in the last year, this year, I think I was like, what is it going to take for me to get to my next level? It's going to take me being confident, bold. It's going to take me feeling like I have value. Learning that was everything. When I believed that I created value. This is so interesting. This was a thought that I had to like observe. And I thought, everything that I do that's free, it's amazing. There's like, when I think about being the director of Celebrate Recovery, I just stepped in that like a couple months ago. And not that I've built this, because Jamie Hall we built this together, but just to see like our team is like all in for Celebrate Recovery. And, but I think about just stepping into that position. I was like, I was like, anybody else should be doing this, not me. Like, not me. And I don't know why I discredited myself in that, because I've been there since day one. I've been there since day one. I worked with Jamie like side by side. But when it came up for like someone needing to take it over, I was like, anybody but me. Anybody but me. And we were talking with the leaders, and Lee, he's been there just as long as I've been there. Hey, girls. And I was like, Lee's like, I'll do it. And I was like, yes, you do it. And because he's amazing. I was like, you do it. And he came back to me the next day. He said, Jess, I could totally take this over, but I really believe that you should have it. You should take this position because you love the people here. You love this ministry. And when he said that, I thought, I really do. I'm here every Monday. And so that was a new thing that I had to like wrap my mind around. And Celebrate Recovery is very successful. We have almost 230 people, or 250 people that go on a Monday night. And to have Celebrate Recovery be so successful, we have around 30 volunteers every Monday. And that is a leadership position that I stepped into. I'm not getting paid, but when I think about the value that I create to actually get paid, why do I not think that I should be paid for my value? Like when I create programs, or when I'm doing coaching, or any of these things that I'm offering my services to give back. So I had to really wrap my mind around, like, you create value and people actually need what you have. You have all of this other stuff over here that you're doing well at, but when it's in your business, you think you shouldn't be paid. And I was like, wow, that was mind blowing to me, because when you think about selling something, like even a program that you offer, or, going back to my client who just made her first $100, she had to believe that she had value. And if you have something that has value, like something that you've actually created, but you're not willing to tell anyone about it. I wasn't willing to like go live every day. I wasn't willing to actually make posts every day. I wasn't willing to show up in my stories every day. I wasn't willing to get the word out. That meant that I believed that I didn't have value, that people didn't need what I have, that women didn't need to renew their minds. Women don't need to create an extra income, or actually stay-at-home moms make money. Stay-at-home moms want to make money. And that's why I love sharing about my Plexus opportunity. That's why I love sharing about my coaching opportunity, where I help you to create a business from your own gifts and talents and strengths. And that is so possible for you to do. But you have to believe that you have value. And when you don't believe that you have value, that means you actually believe that you're not valuable. When you treat yourself like you're not valuable in your home, and you don't ask for help, and you don't take care of yourself, you believe that you're not valuable. Everyone else is way more important than you. And that's where I used to be when I was stuck in codependency. I believed that everyone else had value, but not me. Everyone else needed new clothes, but not me. Everyone else needed something. Everyone else needed haircuts. Boys need lots of haircuts, but not me. I remember like never getting my haircut. Like it's just so interesting when I go back and I look at those thoughts that I used to have. And so I want to challenge you. What are the thoughts that you have right now that's keeping you stuck? It's keeping you stuck right here. Maybe it's like the food you eat. That can keep us stuck. Maybe it's the same workout routine that you do. I actually up-leveled in my workout routine, and I shared about this on my live yesterday. And I was talking to Alicia today about it, and I was looking in the mirror, and I have gained like 15 pounds since I hit perimenopause. Like it just hit me out of nowhere. And I was just like, and actually the scales just kept going up, going up, going up. And finally they have stopped. Hallelujah. But I was looking in the mirror and I was just like, oh my gosh, I was just like, I up leveled in my fitness game. So why am I like beating myself up? But I was just like, I'm so out of breath. I'm barely making it through this workout song. And I put another step on my like step thing and active at the Y. I was like, I need to like do more because I'm getting comfortable here. Can you tell when you're getting comfortable? I need to do more. And that's why I actually started going live every day. I was like, I'm comfortable doing these little B-roll things and putting the text on there. I'm comfortable, throwing up some plexus graphics. I'm comfortable doing all those things. But the one thing I'm not comfortable is going live every day, Monday through Friday. I'm not comfortable doing that. So that needs to be the next level of what I need to be doing to like reach the thing that I know God's calling me to do. It was his idea last year. I just wasn't obedient in doing it, right? It took me a year to actually be like, okay, God, I'm going to do that thing you told me to do. I want to do that thing you told me to do last year. But anyways, when I was looking at myself and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is how powerful our thoughts are. I was looking up because we have those mirrors, and you're like getting it. And I looked in the mirror and I thought, you are so out of shape. You are so out of shape. And the more I looked at myself in the mirror and thought that, and the more I was like pushing through, the slower I got. The more I started to like huff and puff, like trying to get through the workout. It was like the fourth song and I was just like, oh my gosh, you're so out of shape. I went back and got me a drink of water, came back, and I was just looking at myself. And I was like, girl, look at you showing up for yourself. Look at you doing this hard workout. Look at you doing this class. Look at you showing up every day that you said you would. Look at you. So I just had to flip my mind and be like, girl, look at you. You're doing good. So I got back up and I just started working out even harder. I didn't let that thought come back in like, oh, you're so out of shape. No. Look at you. You're doing so good. This is the thing that's going to take you to your next level. Look at you. You're going to feel so good 90 days from now. Every 90 days, we create new healthy cells. So if you ever start a new workout, if you ever start health supplements, if you ever start any kind of routine, you need to stick to it for 90 days and see what you loved about it. You get curious about it. Okay, well, was that something that I want to continue doing? Is this something that brought like the good to my life? Did I feel better? What did I not like about it? What could I change? So that's really helped me too. Like in 90 days, I only started in March maybe. So maybe the middle of March. So I haven't even been working. It's probably been a month since I went back to the gym. But I was just like, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better. And I've told myself that I'll go to the gym 3 days a week. Instead of trying to do something that is unachievable, like 6 days or even 7 days, 3 days. 3 days a week, I'm in the gym, working my butt off, huffing and a puffing, lifting the weights, doing the things, okay? So I just want to help you today. That I just want you to know that you can change your mind, that we have neuroplasticity. God has given us neuroplasticity to change our minds. And so every morning that you wake up and you think this new thought about yourself, that's why they say affirmations are really good. But if you don't believe the things that you're saying, then they're like, it's not doing anything for you. But when you have the affirmation that you believe, because you chose to believe it, you decided that you could have the thing that God told you that you could have. You decided to believe the truth about yourself, that you're a good mom, that you're a good wife. What else is good about you? I know I have a coach. She's amazing. She's my mentor. She was like, instead of thinking about all the wrong things that are bad about you and what's not good about you and why you shouldn't do something, because we always think about the negative things in our life. Think about what is good. If you do this thing, what's good? What is the good that's going to happen? What's good about you? I remember she was coaching this one chick and she was like, I feel like I'm a bad mom. I feel like this, blah, blah, blah. She named all the negative things. And she said, what's good about you? And it took her like 5 minutes, probably not, 2 or 3 minutes to think. She just sat there in silence and she started to cry because she couldn't think of one thing that was good about her. She couldn't think about it. She was like, I don't know. And then she was like pulling it out of her. That's what a coach does. Pulls the good out of you. So if you are thinking about anything that I said today and you're like, I really need to do some of that coaching that Jessica is talking about, then I want you to message me or comment coaching in this live, and I would love to just chat with you to see if working with me would be something that would be helpful to you. Because I know if you're not ready to change, then coaching is just going to be something you show up for or don't, and you're going to stay where you are. But if you believe that this is like your next level and you know that you were made for more, that you have an extraordinary purpose and that you want to chase it down, then message me, because I would love to just hear like your vision and what's burning in your heart. Like, where do you want to go? What is the thing that you feel like God's called you to do that would bless your family? If you're a stay-at-home mom, what is the thing that you could do that you could get paid for, that you could actually bring in that extra income into your home that would be a blessing to your kids, so that y'all could take 2 vacations a year instead of 1? Or maybe you're a mom that wants to be in the drive-through line. You want to be able to pick up your kids and take them to school and pick them up. Titus is on the bus now. Like, that's not my dream anymore. But that's some mom's dream. She wants to be able to take her kids to school and pick them up. And she wants to be there at every sports activity. That's an awesome dream to have, because a lot of moms don't get that opportunity. For me, I love personal growth. I love being in community. I love being a part of retreats and conferences and just like mentorship and things like that. Like, that's what I really love investing my money into. And so that's been a game changer for me, to put myself in these rooms with women who think bigger than I do, who think different thoughts than I think. And it's very powerful when you put yourself in a room of believers and achievers. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to take any more of your time, but I just want to close this out and be like, I didn't have anything to talk about earlier. I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I thought, I need to talk about renewing your mind. Because when I was stuck in codependency and anger and bitterness and I'm not enough if I don't help you, that was a prison. That was a prison, to think that I had to like strive and to just really to keep my life in chaos, to feel like I was actually worth something. Like, I had to learn peace. Like, when things are peaceful and I don't have anything to do, I had to learn like that was okay. If I'm not in survival mode, a lot of people that avoid and procrastinate, they'll avoid it so long so they can feel that survival, they can feel that rush, so they can actually do the thing that they want to do, because they're so wired in that way to feel that chaos. And when things aren't chaotic, it's like, oh gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do now? Oh, how about enjoy your life? How would that feel? That would feel awesome. I know what it feels like now to enjoy my life, being a stay-at-home mom, work from home mom. I know what it feels like to have a cup of coffee and to make myself breakfast and to make Asher breakfast and to just go outside and sit on the porch. I can remember that even as a stay-at-home mom, if I wasn't cleaning, if I wasn't doing something around here, I was like, that meant you're lazy. That meant you're lazy. You're not doing your job. You're a stay-at-home mom. You need to take care of the house. You need to always be doing something. And if you're not doing something, then something's wrong. That was a thought belief that I had. I had to rewire that. I had to be like, no, you actually don't have to be cooking and cleaning the whole time that you're home to bring value here. You can actually just be joyful and peaceful and enjoy your life and cook and clean and have a schedule and have a routine that's not chaotic. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you have a great Tuesday. I just wanted to give you some tips on how I transformed my life, and it was coaching, and it was renewing my mind and believing something different. I chose to believe something different. And the more I believed it, the more I spoke it out over my life, the more I seen my life change. And so if you feel stuck, or if you feel like you're in this thought loop of chaos, then I would love to show you a new way of thinking. I would love to show you that you are actually made for more than that. And you can actually enjoy your life, and you can enjoy the things that you're doing, and you can not be a striver. You don't have to strive and overwork yourself and outserve yourself to be a good leader, to be a good mom and wife. So I love you guys. Talk to you later. Oh, I'll talk to you tomorrow at 12. Every day at 12. So if you want to come and like hang out and just share some of your thoughts, share what you're doing, I'd love to chat with you on here. I want to make it a place where you can actually like get some good ideas on this live to like go do. Like maybe you want to renew your mind today. You need to think something different. Like drop it in the comments. Let me know what you need to rewire so that you can live a better life.